Have you ever wondered why the couples who were once inseparable suddenly feel like strangers? Why the butterflies fade, the texts get shorter, and the spark that once felt invincible slowly disappears? The truth is, not because love dies, but because the brain gets used to everything it repeatedly experiences, even love. Today on Psychology Threads, we're diving into the real science behind why love fades, and more importantly, how to keep it alive long-term using proven psychological principles. Stay until the end, because the last technique is something 93% of couples never do, but it might save your relationship. Now let's start with the uncomfortable truth. Love doesn't fade because people stop caring. It fades because the brain changes. The science of why love fades. 1. The dopamine drop. At the beginning of a relationship, the brain releases a cocktail of chemicals: dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, adrenaline. This is what creates the excitement, the obsession, the "I can't stop thinking about you" feeling. Psychologists call this stage limerence. But here's the catch: the brain is not designed to stay in that high-energy state forever. Within 12 to 24 months, dopamine naturally drops and the brain adapts. What felt electric now feels familiar. This isn't a failure of love, it's biology. 2. The familiarity effect. The more we experience something, the less attention and energy the brain gives it. This is called habituation. You don't get excited every time you start your car, open your fridge, or sit on your couch, because your brain knows what to expect. The same thing happens in relationships. Predictability replaces novelty, comfort replaces curiosity, and without intentional effort, love starts to run on autopilot. 3. Emotional neglect by accident. Here's the surprising part. Most couples don't grow apart by fighting. They grow apart by slowly stopping the small things. The compliments, the eye contact, the small touches, the shared jokes, the appreciation. Tiny actions that once built the connection slowly fade, and so does the relationship. But here's the good news: what fades naturally can be reignited intentionally. How to keep love alive. Now let's talk about real, psychological tools that work long-term. 1. Reintroduce novelty. One of the most powerful findings in relationship psychology. Novelty revives dopamine. This doesn't mean you need vacations or expensive trips. It can be simple. Try a new restaurant, learn something together, take a new route to walk, share a new hobby, ask new questions you've never asked. Studies show that couples who regularly try new things together report higher levels of connection and satisfaction. Why? Because the brain interprets new experiences as a reward and subconsciously associates it with the person you're with. 2. The 5% rule for long-term love. You don't need to make huge changes, you just need to improve the relationship 5% at a time. That means 5% more appreciation, 5% more patience, 5% more understanding, 5% more presence, 5% more affection. Small improvements compound into big transformations. This is how long-term connection is built, not through dramatic gestures, but through consistent micro-efforts. 3. Speak their love language correctly. Love is often misunderstood because people express it the way they want to receive it, not the way their partner actually needs it. The 5 love languages. Words of affirmation. Quality time, acts of service, physical touch, gifts are not just a cute idea, they're rooted in emotional psychology. When you give someone the wrong love language, they feel loved less, even though you're trying hard. Keeping love alive means giving affection in the currency they value most. 4. Turn toward, not away. Psychologist John Gottman found something shocking. Successful couples turn toward each other during small moments, 88% of the time. Unsuccessful couples, only 33%. Turning toward means responding when your partner shares a story, points out something interesting, expresses frustration, asks for help, makes a joke, shows affection. It's these tiny responses that build emotional trust. 5. The two-question method that saves relationships. If you only take one thing from this video, let it be this. Ask your partner these 2 questions every week. 1. What made you feel loved this week? 2. What could I do next week to make you feel more connected? Most relationships fade because people assume, instead of asking, these questions create emotional safety, clarity, teamwork, and intimacy. They turn a relationship from automatic to intentional. And intention is what keeps love alive. Love doesn't fade because it's weak. Love fades because it's not fed. But when you understand how the brain works, and you put in small, consistent effort, love doesn't just survive, it grows stronger. If you found this video helpful, subscribe to Psychology Threads for more insights.